Hey everyone, Matt here from PSP Halifax, and today I'm excited to bring you the very first video in our 10-part guitar lesson series. Welcome to lesson 1 of our 10-part guitar lesson series. Today we're going to review 4 major concepts of the guitar and learning how to play. We're going to learn how to hold the guitar, we're going to learn the anatomy of a guitar, we're going to learn the strings, the name of the strings, and we're going to finally learn out how to tune your guitar. These are all major foundation pieces to have when learning how to play the instrument. 2 big things that I want you to do before you even start this video lesson is to wash your hands. We know our hands can carry a lot of germs and bacteria and dirt. Once we apply those to our strings, it makes the strings wear down a lot quicker. So every time before I even touch my guitar, I would just wash my hands to clean all that grime off. Second thing, if you know how to tune your guitar already or someone in your house can, tune up your guitar before any lesson or before you play any session. When the guitar sits still, it's going to detune the atmosphere, the temperature, different things will make the tuning pegs in the guitar go out of tune. So anytime you go to play, make sure to put that guitar in tune. So I'm going to do that now. So what we're going to look at first is the anatomy of a guitar. You can break the guitar down into 3 big pieces. We have the body, the neck, and the guitar head. Okay? Now each of these 3 pieces contains subcategories or parts within it. So if you look at the body of the guitar, we're going to look here at the sound hole. This is where sound is produced and resonated from and released. This is why it sounds louder. An acoustic guitar is louder than an electric guitar. Okay, it's got this nice shell to make the sound produce and go outward. We have the bridge down here. This is where the strings get inputted and the strings will then create tension up to the guitar head. That is on here on the bridge. We have here our pick guard. This is for when we are using a pick. When we strum, it provides a little bit of protection to the guitar and also gives it a bit of style, if you will. Moving on the neck will carry the frets. So this is what will produce, apply different pressure onto the neck will produce different sound. So depending on where your fingers are placed, will produce a different octave or different note. So we have frets going 1 through 12, and then on the acoustic guitar we do have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. However, you will find that on an acoustic guitar you won't really be playing up here too often. On electric guitar you'll find that there's a lot more room and probably even a few more frets. So moving on to the head, the nut connects the neck to the head, and what you can see is we have these 6 tuning pegs here. The strings will wrap around and you tighten them to create tension, and this is what holds the strings from the bridge all the way up to the tuning to the head. If you guys want a lesson on how to change your strings, if you want to do this further down the road, just leave a comment down below letting me know. So we've learned the anatomy of a guitar, we've learned the different pieces in the make of a guitar. Now we're going to move on how to hold the guitar, okay? So you can see there's a nice divot in the bottom of a guitar. You want to place that over your right leg if you're right-handed strumming, and if you're going to be playing a lefty guitar, just the opposite, over your left leg if you're going to be doing left-handed strumming. Top arm, so if you're a younger learner, This does pose some problems as it's very big and cumbersome. So just try to slide the guitar a little bit to be able to get your hand over and play these strings, okay? Second thing I want to look at is if you're comfortable using a pick, feel free to play along and grab your pick and play. However, for everyone else who's just learning the guitar, this is your first time, we're going to be using our thumb. So to play each string, we're just going to be using our thumb in a downward motion. Moving on to the neck, our left hand, if you're a right strummer, or opposite if you're a lefty, this is what's going to be pressing down on the fretboard. So biggest thing to keep in mind here is that you want your thumb on your left hand to be placed on the back of your guitar, okay? So when you're playing the frets, you can apply pressure from both sides, almost like you're pinching, and you can play the notes, okay? So here now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get comfortable in this position, and I want you to play the guitar, open strings, or put your fingers on frets, whatever you want to do, keeping in mind of this thumb on the back. 30 seconds, now. Okay, welcome back. So we've looked at two things. We looked at the anatomy of a guitar, and we looked at how to hold the guitar. So number 3 for the day, what we're going to do is we're going to learn the string names top down. So when I say top down, all I'm talking about is looking down at the guitar, top being the lowest string, moving all the way down to the highest string. Now that can be a little confusing because the lowest string is closest to you, which is be highest towards the floor, right? Just think of low in terms of sound. So we have the low string, which is E. Everyone play along. Low string of E. Moving on, we have A, D, G, B, and E. Again, so you notice there are 2 E strings. If you play them at the same time, they are the same note, just different octaves. So it's the same sound, one is just higher than the other, or one is lower than the other. Okay? So a good way to remember these 6 string names: every animal deserves good breakfast every day. So if you couldn't hear me, every animal deserves good breakfast every day, because everyone deserves a great breakfast every day. So E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, I'm going to pause this, 20 seconds on the clock, and I want you to practice naming the strings as you play them down the guitar. 20 seconds, here we go. All right, how'd that go? If you have any issues with any of these practicing or drills, or please leave a comment down below and I'll make an adjustment for next week. So we looked at the anatomy, looked at how to hold it. Fourth thing, we're going to look at is how to tune a guitar, because what's so important about tuning a guitar, like I mentioned before, being able to play with others, having the sound the way it's supposed to be in a recording, or playing with a video on YouTube and you want the sounds to be alike. So tuning the guitar, there's a great app that I've used to tune a guitar. It's called Guitar Tuna. Also with Guitar Tuna, there are other ways, there's a lot of ways to tune your guitar. You can find videos on YouTube that play in tuned strings back to you. So it'll play you an E string, you play along, and you can tune it up or down. Okay. There are also many different guitar tuners out there on the market now. I use a Snark. All it does is picks up the vibrations of the guitar and sound, and when I play a string, it'll show me right on the screen the note that it's tuned to, and I'll just adjust accordingly. So if it's lower or higher, I'll just adjust accordingly until I get to the desired note that I'm looking for. You can also find them, if you have an electric guitar, that plug directly into your output, and then it'll again it'll show you the sound that it's reading. And then there are some that will stick right on your guitar anywhere, and same thing. It'll play a note, it'll show you what note you've been playing, and you adjust the tuning pegs accordingly. Now when you turn the tuning peg, turning it away from the guitar, is it going to make the octave go higher, the note go higher, sorry. And then when you turn it towards you, you can see it's getting lower. A little bit more complicated way of tuning the guitar here. You're going to want to make sure one string at least is already in tune before doing this. So if my low E is already in tune, the 5th fret on that low E string is actually an A note. What is the 2nd string on the guitar? It's an A string. Same note. Those should sound the same. You can do this working your way up the guitar. So I can hear my D strings a little lower. That's better. Pretty good. Hear that? That's better. See? So you can play the note, the 5th fret, until we reach that G string. The G, you want to play the 4th fret, and that was going to be the same note, a B note, which is what we're looking for that 2nd high string here. After you get your guitar in tune, play a little diddle or a chord. Once we learn chords, don't worry, don't stress if we're not there yet. And that'll just kind of reconfirm with your ear that everything is a-okay. All right, so at the end of the day today, to end the lesson, what we're going to do is a practice drill. So this is what I want you guys to do at home. I want you to play the string, think in your head, or have someone quiz you a string number between 1 and 6, and I want you to play that string without looking. So if you tell me to play string 6, that's easy, it's the top one. String 1 is the highest. Okay? So if you say string 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you say string 2, string 4, string 5, string 1. I want you to get used to moving around, playing a string that you don't look at when you're going to strum. You don't look at, and have someone quiz you, or just quiz yourself moving around. We're going to do this for 4 minutes. I'm going to put 4 minutes up. Practice. Here we go. Okay guys, well that's it for lesson 1. Brief overview of things. Make sure you're picking up your guitar at least once a day. If it's for 10, 15 minutes, that's it. So after this lesson this afternoon, make sure you pick up your guitar tonight. Do the tune it up and do your drill. Do your practice. Every day, 10, 15 minutes. I know you can find the time. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll make sure to address them and we'll talk about them Friday. This Friday, April 10th, Good Friday, we're still going to do a live discussion, a live chat on our Facebook. So go down to PSP Halifax. I'll put the link here on screen again. Search this up, facebook.com/PSP Halifax. Like the page. You're going to see us Friday at 3:30 Atlantic Standard Time. We're going to go live. And if you have any questions about guitar, beginner, intermediate, let me know. We're going to be chatting, have a discussion. See you there Friday at 3:30. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good day.